Hey guys, Hunklo here. I hope all of you are doing really well and having a really good day. In today's video, we want to check out the recent updates for the Helium app. So let's get right into it. So let's take a look on the app. So I'm currently connected to the wallet of a couple of my hotspots. I am not running so many hotspots currently due to personal factors, and some of my customers had to move and stuff like this. So I am limited on the amount of HNT and IoT that I do get, but I do have some of them still up and running. Speaking about this, we do have the latest version of the Helium wallet, the version 2.5.0 that is up and running. It does come with a couple of changes, and those changes I want to show you, or at least I want to talk about them. Some of them are showable, some of them are not. So overall, the app is running more smooth and it is running in a better way. So it's no more laggy, and if you try to get the current IoT token that you do have, they are no longer like in a laggy factor or anything else. The app runs a little bit more smooth, so that's good on this end. But one of the major changes that they implemented with the most recent update is that you as a user are now able to self-onboard your hotspot. So let's talk about this for a second. We do have sometimes some manufacturers that do produce those hotspots and they do ship them to you, but for whatever reason they do not come along with the software, or they do not come along with onboarding enough data credits on their wallet to make sure that you can onboard the hotspot to your wallet. So normally you purchase this hotspot and the manufacturer is in charge for putting data credits on his account so that you can onboard the hotspot to your wallet. Sometimes some of those manufacturers are slow, or they even don't do it for whatever reason. I don't want to go into detail about why they don't do this, but sometimes they just don't. And now if you do go over to the hotspot section, we can connect to a hotspot, and then you would need to enable the hotspot, and in there you are going to be able to connect to this hotspot, and you're going to be able to actually self onboard this hotspot. What does this mean? You need to have a certain amount of data credits on your account. This can be done via a swap from HNT to those data credits. Link to this will be down in the video description how you can do this. But yeah, then you can self onboard the hotspot, so you no longer need to wait for the makers or the manufacturers to top up their wallets. So that's a good thing. Obviously, this is nothing that you want to do because you paid for this hotspot to function and get onboarded. But sometimes, it's better to have control in your hands instead of waiting for a manufacturer maker to actually top up their wallets. So that's an annoying thing, but it's a good update to give a little bit more control back to the users overall. The second thing that I want to talk about is the overall handling of the tokens and the conversion for local assertions and stuff like this. So for example, if I would go onto this hotspot, and it's interesting, this one is for a couple of weeks no longer active, but I can click on manage and I can assert the location of it. And yeah, this one, as I said, is no longer active. I don't know why it's shown as active, but it's not. I can literally take it to another spot, assert the location, and I can click on what I want to assert here. Of course, I want to assert IoT because mobile is not accessible here in Europe. But yeah, the conversion rate of the tokens that you need to actually assert the location is now way better. It's more reliable to the current market price, so that's also a good thing. Also, one thing that I mentioned in one of my videos about the Helium app is that you should not use the swap functionality that's in here, but actually now I think you should. Let's take a look in it. So we want to change our IoT token, and let's select the maximum supply, and we want to swap it to HNT. Now you do see that we would get a roughly 1.99 HNT for the amount of IoT that I do hold. What I usually recommend is if we go over here to the job aggregator and connect my wallet to it, I recommend it to go over to job aggregator. I still do, but the difference is really, really slow. As you see, I now do get a little bit more HNT, 0.01 HNT more, or a little bit more. But yeah, I do get a better exchange or swap rate in the app itself. I no longer need to really go over to jab.aggregator. I still do recommend it, and as you see, we do get a little bit more a precise market rate currently instead of the internal swap function that we do have over here. But yeah, it's way better than before, and it's no longer a no-go. It's still viable, or it is now viable to use. And of course, current version of the update has several bugs have been fixed, so that's a good thing, and I strongly recommend to upgrade to the latest version. If you're not on the latest version of the Helium app, go into your app store, your Google Play Store, and just download the latest version, upgrade to it, and you should be good to go. So that's it for today's update. I thank you guys for watching, and see you on the next one.